Hello everybody and welcome to episode 11 of the Hooked and Happy podcast, my channel where I talk about what I've been crocheting and knitting over the last 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks since the last episode, so I'll be talking about what I've been doing since then. My name is Jo, if you haven't watched before, and I'm a full-time primary school teacher living in Surrey in the southeast of England. Where I live with my husband, my 2 grown-up children, my cat and my dog. So welcome if this is your first time. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It's great to see you again. And yeah, I've got lots to talk about today. I'm not going to talk about every single project, but I'll explain that a little bit later. But I'm going to be talking about a couple of things that I've finished and things that I've been working on. And if you've been watching before, you'll know I've had a birthday, so I should be talking about some of the things that I received for my birthday kindly, and also I have visited Whitstable Yarn Festival, which is a new yarn festival in Whitstable in Kent, and I went there yesterday with my friends, and yeah, I've got a couple of things there as well to show you. So yeah, lots to talk about today. So where can you find me? Let's not forget that bit. I'll put it on the screen here. So places where you can find me online, my Instagram, email address, and Ravelry. So if you wanted to see me on any of those places, then that's where you can find me. Right, let's get on. So I have 2 finished objects. So the first one, my first finished object, is my Stansbury shawl. So this is a pattern by Emily Clausen, I think that's right. It'll be on the screen as usual. And this is a pattern designed to use a sock set. So I have finished. So here is my finished shawl. So I think last time I showed you, I had stalled because I had the lace at the bottom to go. So let's just have a look at the lace. You can see. It's a little bit bunched up because I have actually been wearing it. So let me just show you what it looks like. So it's a bit over pinked today, but there we are. So yes, that's how I've been wearing it. And yeah, I've been really enjoying it actually. I was surprised. The colours I didn't think were sort of quite me. I don't really put pink and blue together, but actually I think it looks lovely. I think that little bit of blue at the bottom is lovely. The yarn is from Lay Family Yarn. It's one of their sock sets. It's ever so lovely and soft. And it was, this colour is blooming lovely. Is that right? Blooming lovely. That sounds like Beautiful Bunting. I'm so sorry. Right, Blooming Lovely is the blanket club I'm doing, isn't it? Beautiful Bunting. And the colour was designed by Paula from Stitched by Mrs. D when she went up to Lay Family Yarn to dye her own colourway. So this shawl, this was quite a lot of new skills again for me. As you know, I'm developing my knitting skills, so you had to cast on this tiny little bit here, which involved some instructions that were a little bit confusing, and actually you can see it's a little bit kind of untidy there where I've sort of fudged it, I suppose, because I wasn't quite sure what it meant. But yeah, you start here and then you work out and out and out, and keep going back and forth. So it's like, yeah, nice knitting and purling, and then you've got that extra row of purl bumps there for those lines, and then this lovely sort of blue mesh area with the contrast colour. What's the best way to show that? There we go. Lovely mesh section. And then the lace section at the bottom where you're going back and forth this way all the way along. And yeah, it's funny because I stalled. Last time I spoke to you, I said I'd stalled because I was worrying about the lace and I knew that was going to be a bit of a challenge. But actually it was easier than I thought it was going to be. There was a mistake. I did make a bit of a mistake somewhere where is it? Let me see if I can find it. I know I shouldn't point out mistakes, but you know, I've said this before. I don't mind because this, you know, I'm learning and I'm happy to sort of point them out really, and just sort of nothing's perfect, is it? And it doesn't matter. But yeah, there's a little, can you see there? Where can I hold that? Where it's just here. So there's a couple of rows there where something went wrong, and I think one of the problems with me being less confident knitter is that I don't know how to go. I find it difficult to go back and pick up the stitches. I'm not yet confident to do that, so I tend to just plow on and think, oh well, there's a mistake, I don't know how to rectify it, so I'll just keep going, which is what I did. And you know, obviously it doesn't show. I mean, even if I show it, if I hold it up like that, you cut, you know, it's there, but it's not going to notice while I'm wearing it. And so yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. I think it's turned out nice. I was a bit worried when I was blocking it because this bit was really pointed. Can you see where it sort of folds over a little bit? So I sort of quite aggressively blocked that bit so that it would stay as flat as possible, and it's not bad at all. There's a slight point there, but yeah, it's not too bad. It has blocked out okay, but I think that must be something to do with how I did that cast on bit. Yeah, I guess one day I'll do another shawl that'll be shaped like this, and maybe I'll try that again and see if I can get that bit any better. But yeah, I am very happy with that. It's comfortable and it's lovely. Yeah, it's lovely to wear around my neck. Oh, it looks nice like that actually, doesn't it? Yeah, it's lovely. So very pleased with that finished object. Nice to get a knitted item off my needles. So that is lovely. Second finished object is an object that you've never seen because I started it and finished it. Sorry, off the top of my head there, within just a couple of days. So you may remember, if you've been watching from the beginning, you might remember that I had a skein of Qing fibre yarn that I picked up at a charity shop, and I didn't know what to do with it. It was a sort of strange, funny, I don't think I've got the leftovers handy. No, it was a strange colour. It's sort of like a dirty colour, if you see what I mean. It had like greens and reds and browns in it. I wasn't sure what to do with it, and so I asked you. A couple of you gave me some ideas, and one of the ideas was a One Skein Wonder Cowl DK version. And I haven't made a note of who it's by. Oh, here it is. I've opened here's my notebook with all my notes in it. So yeah, the One Skein Wonder Cowl by Fibre and Fox. So Isabella Tomsky from Fibre and Fox. So that's the image there. Yes, and it was Qing Fibre Dashing DK, and the colour was Euphoria. I've no idea, but it's probably quite an old colourway. And yeah, here it is. Here's my One Skein Wonder Cowl. And it's interesting actually, because I bought the yarn because I saw it in charity shop and thought, I can't leave it there. That's hand-dyed yarn. I recognise the brand. I've got to take it. It's probably only about £3 or something like that. So I thought I can't leave that in the shop, and didn't really know what to do with it, and wasn't overly fond of the colour, but just thought I need to do something with it. But actually, look how lovely the colour has come out. I'm so pleased with this. I think it actually looks really nice, and it just goes to show how different yarn can look when it's worked up from when it's in the skein. It's so nice. So it's a lovely little cowl. It's made using the mini bean stitch, and you go one way and then you go around the other way, so that the bean stitches are facing different ways each way round you go. I did this over 3 days. When we went up to London for 3 days, I was doing this sort of when we had any free time or on the train or whatever, and it didn't take me very long at all. Shall I show you it on? My hair's not very good today, so I don't know how this will work. Let's have a look. So, hair on my face. So there it is. It's just perfect for wearing underneath a coat. Yeah, and the yarn, I can't believe how lovely it was to work with. It's so soft. It almost feels like velvet. So yeah, I can wear it. I can really pull it up around my neck, and that's going to be really, really cozy when it gets cold. So yeah, I am super pleased with that. Let's take that off without ripping my earrings out. Okay, so yeah, my One Skein Wonder Cowl. It was just so quick. So what a lovely thing to make. I haven't blocked it or anything. I probably could block it to stretch it out a bit, because I think it seems quite, I don't know how it is compared to the picture. Hers seems a bit longer. There are quite good instructions on the pattern on how to, doing a swatch. I didn't do a swatch, even though it says you really should. But I just kept going. I did do a few extra rows than it suggested, because I wanted to use as much of the yarn as possible. I think I've got about 3 grams left, so I probably could have done maybe an extra round. But you know, you never know, do you? What I should do is weigh my yarn when I've done the rib at the bottom, and then I'll know how much I need left for the top. That would have been clever, wouldn't it? But no, I didn't think of that. So, but yeah, I love it. It's just so soft and so squishy. So yeah, One Skein Wonder Cowl. Lovely in DK. I think there is a pattern for fingering weight yarn as well. But yeah, really nice pattern, really nice and easy and nice and quick. So means that I've got 2 finishes. So that's great. Let's move on to works in progress. So things that I've been working on. I'm not going to show you everything this week because I've actually only been working on 2 other things. I mean, obviously I worked on those 2. So I've been working on 4 things altogether. So yeah, I'm just going to show you the progress that I've made on those other 2 things, 1 knitting and 1 crochet. So my first one lives in this bag. You've seen him before. So George, my Highland cow from Paula at Stitched by Mrs. D, with the lovely tartan lining. So it's living in that bag. I've already taken it out because it's quite big now. It's my Vertices Unite. So I've done quite a lot of work on this and made quite a bit of progress. So let me just find, it's still on the needles on the section that I'm doing, but I'm on the final section. So I'm really happy about that. Let me show you the whole thing. So here it is. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to show you. Here we go. Let's go from this end. So if you remember, I've been, can you see the mistake there? It's really clear on the screen. I did 2 rows of the blue by mistake. And I don't notice it when I'm looking at it every day, but when I've just held it up in the camera, I can really see it. Never mind. So I've been using some of my Sock Club yarn from last year from Green Lambkin Yarn. It was the Moons of the Year Sock Club. So I think this one is, the pink is Strawberry Moon, and the blue I think is Sturgeon Moon. So those 2 are striped there. Then we've got this section here which uses the yellow is Corn Moon, and then the darker colour is a Lonely Knitter Timey Wimey from Lonely Knitter. Then we come across here and we've got Timey Wimey again in this section here, and then down here we've got a Vicky Brown Designs yarn. I really love that yarn. Vicky Brown Designs. Then we've got the Corn Moon and the Strawberry Moon mixed together there. I love the way that looks. So it's gone really a real kind of peachy colour, mixing those 2 together, striped. And then finally you've got the Sturgeon Moon again. So this is the final section. So as you can see, I am nearly done. So I've just got, what have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 repeats, which isn't much because my rows are getting shorter. So that's going to take no time at all. So I'm just going, so it gets shorter by 2 each repeat. So that's not going to take me very, in fact, I'll probably finish that this evening. And then I've got, that's section 6. What have I got to do after that? Then the border and the I-cord bind off, which I've never done before. So that's going to take a little bit of thought, the I-cord bind off. But yeah, I'm really happy that this is coming to, it's going to be so nice. Oh, I'm so glad that that colour is going to be there. That's really nice. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this being done. It's going to be done just in time, I think, for when it starts to get cold. So that'd be lovely to have that wrapped around me. So yeah, that's my Vertices Unite by Stephen West. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. But yeah, I'm sort of planned to keep going with that for for the time being, because yeah, I'd really like to get onto the border and on try and figure out how to do an I-cord. I was with a friend yesterday. She reassures me that the I-cord is fine, and also that she would be on hand in case I need any help. Thank you, Roz. So hopefully I won't need her help, but at least I know that she's there if I do. Thank you very much for that. Right, let's have a sip of my tea. The other thing that I've been working on a lot is my crochet between the lines shawl. It's really funny, isn't it, how you, well, I don't know what you're like with projects. I know some people are really monogamous and just knit on one, knit or crochet on one thing until it's finished. But as you know, I've got about 7 on the go. But sometimes a particular thing grabs you, and you just want to do that all the time. And that's what's happening with these two at the moment, with these 2 projects. So my crochet between the lines shawl. Oh, it's getting so big now. So last time, oh, it's around the wrong way for me to show you where I was last time. Last time, so 3 weeks ago when I spoke to you, I was here. So I put my stitch marker in here. So this row here. And now I have done all of this. It's still curling up a lot. I think that it will need quite a bit of blocking to get that curl to come out. And you can see I'm finally on the orange. I know I've been complaining so often about the colour, haven't I? And looking forward to getting that orange. But yeah, I'm on that orange now. And yeah, so pleased. So this is the Crochet Between the Lines shawl by Tammy Canavan Soldat. Using 2 Scapia's Whirls. So yeah, it's getting pretty long. Can hardly show you. So another big shawl. So it would be, I'm so close to finishing both of these. It's going to be so nice to have like 2. Oh, look at that. Look how that's going to look. Oh, that's going to be so good. I can't wait. Doesn't the effect of the sort of interesting effect look really good when it's round? Oh, I'm so pleased with this. Yeah, it's going to be, this is quite different as well, because this is kind of a very, it's got quite a lot of cotton in the Scapia's Whirls, hasn't it? So it's quite a different texture to my other one, but yeah, it's going to be really nice. So you can see that the way it changes depending on how you look at it. Look at that. So interesting. But yeah, I've got another 4 repeats to go on that. Let me just show you what I mean, because the repeats are quite a lot. I mean, this is just my scrappy bit of paper to keep a note of where I am. So you had to do 14 of those repeats. So you can see I've done 10. So I've got four repeats to go. And I think there's then just a couple of rows and then it's done. There's no border or anything. So then it'll just be a matter of blocking it and wearing it. So yeah, that's close to being finished. That is living in my alpaca bag, Emma Ball. And then my 2 yarns are living in these lovely little pouches by Jo Piccalilli. And the 2 colours I'm using are, so here's the orangey one, so you can see there's quite a big hole in the middle now, so nearly complete. The blue is nearly gone and I'm nearly completely on orange. And this colour is Jumpin' Jaffa Pop, and the other colour is Caramel Core Blimey. So that was the more muted one that was just sort of beiges and browns. And yeah, so that's we're coming to the edge. That one stayed really neat, hasn't it? It's quite satisfying. So yeah, coming to the end of the pale colour, now going back into the dark again. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's a really nice, easy repeat. Even though each repeat has got a lot of different instructions in it, the main, as I think I've said it before, that the main bulk of the pattern is the same. It's just 2 different rows. You're either going through front loop or you're going through both loops, which is the loop of the row below and the front loop of the current row you're on, which is what creates these little bumps that give that illusion. So it's an easy pattern. It's just at the end of the rows, as the rows increase, that you need to watch for the pattern. So it's really nice and easy. And yeah, I can sit and I can't stop doing that with it. Look, I hope that's coming out as good as it looks like it is. I'll see when I watch it back. But yeah, so that's my crochet between the lines. I haven't been talking about any of the hooks or anything like that I've been using. So I'm using a 3.5mm hook for that. I don't know if you remember me saying that because I started this long time, many months ago, and then put it to one side and didn't go near it again for ages. And I got it back out again, and I ripped it all back and started again because I had done it in a 3, which I think is what's recommended in the pattern. And I found, excuse me, sorry, the fabric a bit too thick. So I started again on a 3.5, which I'm much preferring. So yeah, that's worked out really well. So yeah, I'm very happy about that. I haven't done anything on my Sabai top. I do want to, but it's one of those things, I guess, as it's winter, I'm sort of not quite so invested in it, but I do need to, and I'll explain why in a little while, because of other things that I would like to cast on, and I have plans for how I'm going to stick to 7/8 projects on the go at once. I'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, new things. So this is where I've got quite a lot to talk about. First new thing that I'm very excited about, that it's not a physical thing, is I have bought a ticket to East Anglia Yarn Festival in March, and I'm very excited about it. My friend Flo has decided to buy a ticket as well, so we're going to go together. And I'm very excited because I've heard so much, seen so many podcasts and vlogs about East Anglia Yarn Festival. Obviously, and watch Laura from Lonely Knitter podcast. She's the organizer of East Anglia Yarn Festival, and yeah, it's just somewhere that I have wanted to visit, so I will be going there in March. Yeah, let me know if you're planning on going. It's quite a long way from southeast of England, so it's going to be quite a drive, so we're going to stay overnight. And you know, I work full time. As you know, I'm a teacher full time, so as a teacher, I can't take time off in term time. So I'll literally be going up Saturday morning and coming back Sunday evening. So it'll be a full on weekend, but I'm sure it'll be worth it. So that's the first new thing that I have. Right, let me just check my list. Shall we dive in? I've obviously had a birthday, so I had a couple of really lovely birthday presents that I wanted to share with you. And the first one was this gorgeous, look at this bag, this beautiful handmade project bag. Is it Fibre and Fox? I'm not sure. I'll have to check who it's by and let you know. Yeah, I can't remember. But if I there's no label on it. And it was a gift, so I'm not entirely sure, but if I'll check and put it on the screen. But it's this absolutely gorgeous bag, this lovely woodland print, all these lovely woodland animals, lovely autumnal print with that nice green inside. It's obviously got the 2 handles, square bottom, so it sits upright, and then it's got these pockets on the inside for all your bits and pieces. Yeah, I can't wait to start using it. It's so much space, so I think that needs to be reserved for quite a big project. But yeah, really pleased with that. So yes, thank you very much, Flo, from my friend. And what else have I got down here to show? My daughter's boyfriend got me a Yarny present, which was rather nice of him. And I mean, he did ask me what I wanted, and I did tell him what I wanted. So it wasn't so much a surprise, but so thoughtful and kind of him. You might remember, this isn't the present. So this was a purchase I got from the Southern Wool Show, and it's King of Pride Rock Cozy 4-ply that I bought there from Crafty Birds Lion King range. And I think I said when I showed it, wouldn't it make a lovely hat? So what I asked for was the same colour in her Cloud Fluff. So that is 65% baby Suri alpaca, 35% silk. So it's the same colour, but obviously on that base it comes out lighter. But the plan is to put those together to make a lovely fluffy hat. So that's, yeah, that was my next gift. And this one, I'm so excited to show you this. My friend Kate, she crochets and she crochets amigurumi, which is, as you've probably noticed, is something that I don't do. I don't know why, it's just not something that's interested me to have a go at, but she makes beautiful amigurumi. And she's made me. Look at that, isn't she adorable? And look at her bag. Hooked and Happy with the logo. How absolutely brilliant is she? I love her so much. Yeah, I think she needs to feature in the podcast somehow. So maybe she needs, for now, she can sit there. Probably not. There's a bit of a gap actually. Maybe she can sit there for now. Oh, absolutely love that. So yeah, thank you, Kate, if you're watching. She is absolutely adorable. I absolutely love it. Okay, so birthday haul. Oh, almost forgot. I got these super cute little earrings. Little yarn balls. They're so cute. They came in this little pouch. There are two in there, but you know what the other one looks like. It looks the same. Okay, so I went to Whitstable Yarn Festival yesterday in Whitstable. It was in Whitstable Castle. It was the first Whitstable show. So yeah, it's not too far from me. It's about an hour and a quarter, the drive, either way. So it was good traffic, so it was an hour and a quarter. Sometimes the M25 can mean that journey could have been worse, but it was absolutely fine. So that was yesterday, which is Saturday. I'm recording this on Sunday, by the way, Sunday the 2nd of November. So it was yesterday, 1st of November. I think it's on today as well, so it's 2 days. And yeah, it's really a really small festival. There was only, there's only a few vendors. Here they are. So there weren't that many. There's lots of different inside Whitstable Castle. There's lots of different rooms. If you've ever been to Unravel Festival in Farnham, it's a little bit like that, where there were lots of different rooms on different floors. So very much like that, but on a much smaller scale. And yeah, just these few vendors, but some really great vendors that were there. Madrigal Yarns was there, Knotted by Nish was there, Little Grey Girl was there, All Wool That Ends Wool, Little Lycac Yarn, Under the Olive Tree, Folkestone Harbour Yarn. So there's quite a lot of well-known people there, so I'll just pop that there in case you can see it, so you can see the sort of vendors in case you fancy it next time. So hopefully they'll do another one next year, because yeah, it was a great one to go to. And I bought a couple of things, so let's show you what I got. Okay, so the first thing I bought was, oh actually I think it was these. So from Under the Olive Tree Knits, I bought some stitch markers. So first of all, I got these set of Jelly Babies stitch markers, which are really lovely. And I got a set of these cats hiding, oh, that one's turned around, hang on. Cats hiding in plants. There we go, there's 3 of them there. There they are. I thought they were really sweet. I then I don't know if I'm saying this right, Anne Kate Catin Baig. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that right, but I just picked up a little pin from their stall to put on a project bag. It's the final cast off. It makes me think of it's the final countdown. Got the lovely pin from them. I went over to Little Lycac Yarns. Oh, they were so, they've got such lovely yarn there, such really nice colours. And I was so tempted, but I just didn't know what I was going to make with anything. I've got so much yarn already that I didn't, I'll save that for another time. But what I did do is pick up a little mystery bag from Little Lycac Yarn. I saw when I was watching the Knitting Forecast podcast recently, they had been at, I think it was Stafford Wool Gathering, I think it was, and Sarah from the Knitting Podcast had been there, and she bought a mystery bag from Little Lycac and opened it on the podcast. I have already opened mine, so I'm not opening mine live on the podcast, but this is what was in my bag. So a lovely little mini, really nice colour, really sort of, what would you call that? It's kind of a creamy golden with a, try and get the stitch marker the right way. It's like a little sunflower stitch marker. I don't think that's focusing very well, but you get the idea. So lovely little mini skein, a stitch holder, and these two lovely little stickers. So they will be going on my project book or my laptop, haven't decided yet. Yeah, so that was a lovely little mystery from Little Lycac Yarns. But yeah, their stall was lovely, such lovely colours. Yeah, I was really tempted. They had a lovely Christmas colourway, gingerbread house or something like that it was called, but it's really nice. But I didn't get it this time. I was sensible. I now need to save pennies, don't I, for Southern Wool Show. Anyway, talking about saving pennies, I didn't at all, because from Madrigal Yarns, I bought two things. Let's do this one first. So first of all, I got some of their self-striping sock set. Their yarn is unbelievably soft, and I just kept squishing it. It's just so lovely and soft. So here is the self-striping set that I bought, and this is 4-ply. Does it say the makeup of it? 85% pure superwash extra fine merino with 15% nylon. Yeah, and this one is from they had a range linked to Friends, the TV show Friends, which is one of our favourites in this house, has been for years and years and years, and so I chose the colour Chandler, because sadly the actor who played Chandler passed away fairly recently. So yeah, I thought that was a nice one to pick, because I couldn't decide, so I thought that was a good reason to get it, as yeah, it's just come undone a little bit, and I'll just pop that back together. But yeah, so that will one day be socks. And then the other thing I purchased, sorry about the noise, it's still in its packet because I'm not going to take it out just yet. Let me just take the sticker off, hang on. So this was a set, a fade set with a pattern, and the finished shawl in this colourway was on display, and it was so lovely, and just my colours. So it is, the pattern is the, oh, I can't show you the pattern, can I? The Vacationer shawl. I'll just show you that bit. Madrigal Yarns Vacationer shawl. If I can find a picture anywhere else, I'll put it on there, but I will. Can I show you? I can just put it that way around, can't I, without showing you any of the pattern. So you can see it here, it's fading into that darker colour, and here is the beautiful set to make that. And the two friends that I went with, they also picked up the same pattern kit, but they both are really strongly into purples and blues, so they chose the purpley blue tone, but this was more kind of my colours. So these are the colours that I went for. So lovely. Oh, hang on, I don't want the light reflecting. There we go. So there's another future huge shawl project. Yeah, so I think one friend that I went with, she's going to also make the same vacation shawl with hers, I believe. And the other friend is, I think, the owner of Madrigal Yarns. I can't remember his name now, but he was saying that he had a crochet pattern that she could have instead, because she's more of a crocheter than knitter. She prefers to crochet than she does to knit. So yeah, he was going to send her the crochet version so that she could make that instead. So yeah, it was a lovely event. Really nice place. It was the weather was really good as well. It was a really sunny day, so it was a really nice day to go and visit. There was a nice coffee shop there where you could stop halfway before doing the final round. I don't know if you do the same thing at yarn shows. We go around once, have a coffee, have a break, discuss what you've seen, and then go back round and make all your purchases. So yeah, that was what we did, and yeah, it was really nice, really really lovely day. Yeah, so I will hopefully be visiting there again next year. But yeah, no more yarn shows now until East Anglia Yarn Festival. That's the rule. Because yeah, as you've seen over the last few months, a lot has come in, and I think that's enough for now. I haven't had any more monthly clubs since I last saw you, so I haven't got any of those to show. But I have got some plans. So obviously I've finished 2 things. Now, I said something about this earlier in the episode when I was saying about how I'm deciding what to do next. So I've set my own agenda. I've realised that of all the things that I've got on the go, they all fit into a different category. So we've got socks, we've got a garment, we've got a blanket, we've got small shawls knitted, big shawls knitted, small shawls crochet, big shawls crochet. So I've managed to put everything into a category. So I've decided on a 1 in, 1 out. So if I finish something of one particular category, then I can start something in that same category. So if I finish a pair of socks, I can start a pair of socks. Makes sense, hey? So I have finished this was what I listed as a small knitted shawl. So I finished a small knitted shawl, so that means I can start a small knitted shawl. When I finish my big crochet shawl, I can start a new big crochet shawl. So yeah, that's what I've decided. And then of course I ruined my whole plan by starting and finishing a little cowl. So that's going to have to be another category. Hats and cowls. Hats, cowls and mitts, maybe. That could be a category, couldn't it? Hats, cowls and mitts. Maybe that's all one category. So started and finished a hat, cowl, mitt. Maybe now I can cast on a hat, cowl or mitt. So yeah, that's what I'm planning to do. Now, how I decide whether something is a large knitted shawl or a small knitted shawl is totally up for debate, but hey, it's my list, so I can do what I want. So I have finished my small knitted shawl, so my plan next is to start. I'm all ready. I've wound up all my yarn, everything ready to start a John shawl. That was one of the ones that I really wanted to do. But my other thing that I'd really like to think about is the coffee date shawl. If you watch Emily from Emily Makes podcast and Vlogtober, you may have seen that she watched my last episode when I talked about the coffee date shawl pattern that I had bought, and she really liked that, and she also downloaded the same pattern, and she showed 2 sock sets that she wanted to use, and she asked the viewers of her channel to vote for which colour combination they thought she should use. And one of the colours one of the colour combinations was a really lovely sort of greeny, yellowy colour, which I really liked. That was the one I voted for. I don't think that was the one that won in the end. It was a pinky one that she went for in the end. I don't think she started it yet. But seeing that green made me think, oh, I'm sure I've got some greens in my Blue Fern Yarns club that has been coming. So I think one of those is a greeny colour. So yeah, I'm thinking that could be what I use for my coffee date shawl. So yeah, I might start diving. It's really funny with that club because I've only got 2 more to get, and then I'll have the whole year. So I don't really want to start anything until I've got the full set, just so I can see the full set together. So I might just put that on hold maybe until later when I've got my final instalment of that one. I think the November's one is on its way, and then obviously I'll have December's to arrive as well, and then I'll have the full set, and maybe then I can decide. I've got lots of plans for those. I'll be able to start talking about those in the new year. But yeah, I think I might wait until I've got them all, because then I can just see them all together. Maybe put some colours together, because I think I'd like to put some of them together in a garment, and maybe a couple together in the flat iron shawl, which is that big crochet shawl. So that'll be in my big crochet shawl category. Yeah, so I think I'll wait for a little bit. But yeah, I think I am ready to cast on that John shawl, and maybe now that I've created a new category, maybe that means I'm allowed to cast on my hat with my Crafty Bird yarn. So yeah, anyway, we'll see. Doesn't matter, does it? I can do what I want. It's my own rules. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that noise. Someone next door has just started drilling. We'll see how it goes. I might have to stop. Anyway, we are near the end, so it should be fine. Yeah, life stuff. I won't talk too much about books and TV, really, because, yeah, life stuff. I've had my birthday, and the celebrations continued over half term. So I'm just at the end of half term now, back to work tomorrow. I've had a lovely week of celebrating my birthday. On Monday, my lovely daughter took me out. My daughter's just about to turn 22. And she took me out for a surprise day out in London, and I didn't know what we were going. I knew we were going to London, but I didn't know what we were going to do. And she took me on the afternoon tea bus tour of London. So it was a double-decker bus. She'd booked tickets for the top deck front seats, and yeah, we sat on the top deck of the bus as it travelled around all the sights of London. And had a lovely afternoon tea and cakes and sandwiches and scones with cream and jam, and a couple of glasses of Prosecco too. So that was a really lovely treat. So yeah, it was, and the bus was all done out like a little tea room. It was really sweet. It was the perfect day out with her. So yeah, we had a lovely time. And then we came back, and then after a day we went back up to London again, my husband and I. And we stayed up there for a couple of nights. We often like to do that in half term, but as it was my birthday, we went for 2 nights. We booked a show, booked a restaurant that I'd wanted to go to for ages. So yeah, that was really nice. Went to see Moulin Rouge, and oh, what an amazing show. If you like London shows, then do go and see Moulin Rouge. It's absolutely fabulous. The colour and the music. I had no idea that all the music I hadn't seen the film before. We watched it when we got back, but I hadn't actually seen the film. The Nicole Kidman and Ewan McGregor film. So I didn't know anything about it. But most of the songs are well-known songs. Even that some of them are like tiny snippets of songs, lyrics that you recognise and things like that. It was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, such a feast for the eyes, so much colour, and yeah, it's brilliant. So yeah, I would highly recommend going to see Moulin Rouge. So yeah, that was fantastic. And then obviously yesterday I had my day out with my friends at Whitstable. And the birthday celebrations carry on, because next Saturday My mum, for my birthday, has bought us tickets to go and see The Mousetrap in London, London's longest running theatre show. So I'm looking forward to going and seeing that. I haven't been before, so that'd be lovely. And again, my good friend Mandy, she has booked us tickets to go and see Live Aid, the musical, as well. So I'm so lucky. I'm such a lucky girl. So yeah, I've been thoroughly spoiled for my 50th birthday. And yeah, I feel incredibly lucky. So yeah, still the celebrations carry on. So still more things to come. So yeah, feeling very, very spoiled, very lucky, and very appreciative of my friends and family at the moment. Yeah, we've been watching Traitors. Have you been enjoying Celebrity Traitors? Oh, it's so good. I think there's just the final to go, I think. So we're up to date anyway. We're up to date. So yeah, that we've got that to finish this week. And who else is going to be watching Game of Wool, that new TV show with Tom Daley in it, that's a bit like, I guess it's a bit like Sewing Bee or Bake Off, that kind of style show, but with knitting. I can't imagine it at the moment, so I'm definitely going to be watching because I'm intrigued. But knitting's so slow, isn't it? It's not really like baking or sewing where you can whip something up quickly. So yeah, I'm really interested to see what that's going to be like. But yeah, I will definitely be giving it a go. And yeah, I guess that is everything. Yeah, I don't know why I've stopped. But yeah, I think that is everything. That's all my whips and my finishes and what's been going on with life. I am still enjoying walking to work and listening to my book. I'm listening to Circe. I won't say loads, but I'll just tell you in case you're interested. I'm listening to Circe by Madeline Miller, ancient Greek themed book based on the daughter of Helios. And I'm reading in physical book. I'm reading Famous Last Words by Gillian McAllister, and I've nearly got to the end of that, and that's good. I'm intrigued by what that's all about. A bit of a mystery story. Yeah, that's about it from me, I think. So I guess I will see you in about 3 weeks' time, probably. Maybe more, maybe less. We'll see. Thank you ever so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe. If you would like to, if you'd like to see more. And thank you so much for all your comments. Hopefully I have replied to everybody since the last episode, but it's so lovely. It's the best. I keep saying this, don't I, every week, but it really is the best thing about doing this is interacting with you all afterwards once it's been uploaded. So yeah, I really enjoy that bit. So yeah, let me know what you're working on. Yeah, let me know if are you making anything that I've made? Have you, or have you got any recommendations for anything that you've seen me talk about? Can you, anything that you want to comment about the episode, please do. And I will see you. Here comes Luna. Is this the first time? It's the first time she's on the screen. Finally, she's made an appearance. Hello. In case you've been wondering, that's Luna. So there's the dog. I know most weeks we either see her trying to get past me here or her shadow moving around by the window there. But yeah, maybe this is her moment. She's decided, episode 11, I want to be on the podcast. So welcome. Okay, so from me and me, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and see you soon. Bye-bye.